California Love by Tupac expresses a lot of negative issues impacting public health. When depicting through his lyrics, Tupac already expresses how California is wild and loves to party, specifically in Los Angeles. He discusses how the dance floor is never empty and also makes a comment about how people are fiending for money and alcohol to back up how wild California is. Nearly half of the homeless that live in the United States live in California, with Los Angeles being the second ranked in the United States with approximately 56,000 people and counting. Also, alcohol consumption has increased nearly half since the 90s, and with high risk and drink disorders, it has increased at least 12% since the 90s. Tupac describes Los Angeles as a city of sex, with STD rates in LA being the fourth highest in chlamydia, with 275,000 cases of overall STDs in 2016. Multiple times marijuana is mentioned in California Love, such as that Sunshine State where the bomb hemp be, and pimps be on a mission for their grains. So he is clearly referencing marijuana. In recent years, marijuana has been more uplifted in society as it being legalized recreationally and medically. But a few years ago, it was illegal, basically considered dangerous, and a lot of people would go to jail for either selling and distributing it or even consumption of marijuana and getting caught by the police. Tupac also talks about violence, such as when he says, out on bail, fresh out of jail, and diamonds shining, looking like I robbed. And a lot of references to gang violence. He says things like, flossing but have caution, we collide with other crews, and where we riot, not rally, live to die. Gang violence is a huge deal in Los Angeles, and it suffers heavy from gang violence. Gang violence includes robbing and murder, like he expresses in his song, California Love. Gang violence is also a huge deal in many other cities. I am from St. Louis, and we are number one in crime and violence, and it is heavy affiliated to gang violence. And I went to school with friends who had friends in gangs, or they were in gangs, and their friends and family got murdered from gang affiliation. So that is a big deal in St. Louis. When discussing legal principles about California Love, a lot is shown, whether it's from illegal consumption of marijuana to people getting murdered. When discussing ethics, we can go more into detail about where Tupac is living in Los Angeles with gang affiliation in a primarily African American community. Are all these people in Los Angeles receiving distributive justice when handling the law enforcement? A lot of cities like Los Angeles are targeted in this way, and is one of the many reasons why African Americans have such a stereotype in cities that are considered a threat and to society, and if it's gang affiliated or not. California Love dives into the struggles of LA that carry from the 90s to today, whether you are from Los Angeles or not.